Hello and welcome to the BTCC Online Championship final race here at Grand Valley Speedway. Now, here's where we find out who will win, who will be champion out of these two drivers, Joe Truck V8 and John Boy 1975. Joe Truck V8, of course, not winning as many races as John Boy. Honda versus Audi. Let's see how they get on. Let's have a look at see how they start off on the grid. You got Captain Helmet in the Opel Vectra ahead of SE61JGW. You got Furring Karzan and Cotsworth 1986. Then you've got Carsten Bluve ahead of Geeky 30. Then right behind you got the two eBay BMW boys of Killer Candy and Rally Morton. Rally Morton obviously aiming for third in the championship. Then we got Joe Truck V8 and Jedi 69. Then finally we've got our championship driver who won last race, John Boy 1975, rounding off the grid. Let's get ready for the race here at Grand Valley Speedway. Let's see how they start off in a second. We're having a look at the grid as all the lights are on, and will we go for the race 2 here at Grand Valley Speedway. The final race of the championship of season 1. And as they come out to the first corner, they'll clumper together down into the first corner. There will be an instant, I can tell you. They're too close, and look, you got Furring Karzan battling. He was 3 wide. There's Cotsworth 986. He's gone on to the Dustin Ford Focus. Redstone Ford Focus. Only one in championship at the moment. Rally Morton's really fallen down. He's got a great view of everything that's happening ahead. Now you got Honda batting, and you got the BMW batting. Jedi 69. Who's that? Someone's gone wide. They've hit the dust. Smoke being thrown out as Joe Truck V8 sliding around. You got a spinner in the background. That's Rally Morton. He got spun round. Meanwhile, SC61JGW is leading this race ahead of Furring Karzan. And here comes the rest. That's Captain Helmet in Opel Vectra gone wide. He's third by. Alright, we got mix up of the grid, and you got SE61JGW, Furring Karzan, Killer Candy, Carsten Bluve, Joe Truck V8, John Boy, Geeky 30. Now here we come to the Polyphony Digital Bridge. Now it's going to be a change for the lead. Furring Karzan, round the inside of SE61JGW, Pertec versus Volvo. That's it, Furring Karzan. Doe takes him round the inside. Sight contact, no biggie. Now you got Killer Candy, I believe it is, batting for second now. He's the next one to go and attack. SE61JGW proving how this reverse grid really helps. So Furring Karzan, Killer Candy, SE61JGW, Carsten Bluve, Joe Truck V8, John Boy 1975. All racing for position, and look at this, look at the speed the Honda's got. He's going to overtake Killer Candy around the inside. Can he hold it? There's Geeky 30's teammate in the background there. Now he's right up behind Furring Karzan, but the BMW gets SE61JGW around the inside. SE61 goes wide. The Honda goes wide, but he holds position. Now where's Joe Truck? He's fallen right back now. There's John Boy. That's a championship in the making here. Now, SC61 JW will be overtaken by Carsten Ballou. Carsten Ballou overtakes around the inside. Now, John Boy is up to 5th. He's overtaken Geek 30 and look at him. He cuts. He's trying to find any way possible to get around Carsten Ballou. But Geeky 30 is right on his tail. He'll be trying to find ways. Look, fire spitting out of the Pertec car. Now, the Volvo not as strong as some of the other cars, and you can see how hard John Boy is pushing to find a gap, find a way through, without purposely wrecking him. Down to the inside. Not enough to make the pass as they come down to Epiphany Digital Bridge. Now you got John Boy down to the inside. Can he overtake Carsten Ballou? Now Geeky 30's going to be cheeky and trying to overtake the pair of them. He can't. Now John Boy overtakes. He's now into full. Now Geeky 30, next one, trying to overtake Carsten Ballou. Can he? No. As we look at the battle for the lead, Killer Candy versus Farin Karzan. Now, they were battling much closer a minute ago. Can Killer overtake the Volvo? And who's that? He spun. That's John Boy. John Boy has spun. Look at that. He's right by Joe Truck V8. Joe Truck V8 overtakes. So does his teammate Jedi. Then Cotsworth. Now Rally Morton's looking up for the move. Round the outside. That is a spin up ahead. Who's that? That's a BMW. That's Killer Candy. He's held up the future champion, we believe. What's happened here? We have a look at John Boy's chase car view. You can see SC61 JGW gone wide. Farin Karzan, Killer Candy, SC61, John Boy, Carson, Geeky, Joe Truck V8, Jedi 69 are your top 8. Let's have a look at how John Boy might have thrown his championship into the smokes. And look, yeah, he just got a bit of dust there and hits the barrier, losing so much speed. You can get 120 round there. He's only gone 80. 150 down the whole straight. He's gaining speed quickly, but is he going to do it not fast enough? No. There's Rally Morton round the outside, and there's Killer Candy. John Boy had nothing he could do. Let's see how Killer Candy lost it. He had SC61 down the inside, and that's what happened. SC61 JGW made an optimistic move, went through the centre of them, accidentally pushed Killer wide. Killer hit the dust and went, throwing himself, spinning, pirouetting, whatever you want to call it, into the sand. He might as well been at the beach. So, Joe Truck V8 ahead of Jedi 69. Jedi looks down to the inside. Can Joe Truck V8 hold it? No, he has to settle down for a bit. He's ahead of his championship rival, John Boy, 1975. Joe Truck V8 down to the inside. Looks for a move. No, he can't make it. He looks again, side by side. He's looking and looking and looking. In the background, you can see John Boy trying to make up any move. He pushes Cotsworth 986 wide. So John Boy has got ahead of Killer Candy and Cotsworth 1986. He's making up positions as quick as he can. He needs to gain positions, or else his championship went up in smokes like his tyres. Now you got Killer Candy who thinks I'm having a bit of this, but no, he can't. Bound Epiphany Digital Bridge, they went. Very nice, very beautiful. Well, Epiphany. Killer Candy still batting behind. He's trying to find any move, but he shouldn't really. He's just after race position. As you got a great field of cars, all batting out for positions. No position is certain. Now, Geeky 30's third. He's holding up Carsten Ballou in the Volvo. Or did he overtake? You got Jedi 69 right behind him. Jedi looking down, throwing dust up. Looks to the inside. Carsten pushes him wide. Can he make the pass? You saw it. Yes, he can. Geeky 30 a bit powerless to let the pisshead's boy pass, because the Hondas haven't proved how good they really are. Now this is a radical change, and Geeky goes wide, throws up dust. He's hit the barrier twice. Lets Carson through, but doesn't lose more, does he? He lets John Boy pass. Smoke being thrown up. What's happening here? Something behind. Now John Boy got ahead. As you can see, both the championship leaders got past Geeky 30. Geeky looking like a real fool, unfortunately. Even though this is the updated version of the car, they're preparing this car for Season 2. Testing session almost. But it does go by the Season 1 rules, I can tell you that much. So we have a look at Joe Truck V8 trying to get past Carsten Ballou. John Boy is right behind. Geeky 30, he said that he'll be following them, trying to gain more and more points. He would love to be ahead of Rally Morton in the championship, but it doesn't seem very likely. Now, John Boy, right behind, as Joe Truck V8 overtook Carsten Ballou in the Volvo. No, Geeky 30 did have a look, but that was a bit of a silly move that he couldn't really make. He knows how fast John Boy is at the moment. He's making his way up and down championship race here. Carsten Ballou goes wide. Geeky 30 throws smoke up. Now, Joe Truck V8, hello mate, but we don't want you on our screen. Now John Boy is really being held up by Carsten Ballou. And Joe Truck pits. Joe pits. And I think Geeky went in with him. Side by side down the pit straight. And John Boy has got the position. Sorry if I keep stopping, I've got a bad cold. But John Boy flying away now. He needs to be ahead of Joe Truck out of the pits. Jedi is just overtaken SC61JGW. We missed the overtake, but as you can see, he's flying away in second. He's after Farin Karzan. Joe Truck V8, first one to pit. So does Geeky 30. So is Cotsworth 1986. Bit of a hold up on the pit of Joe Truck V8. He couldn't decide what tyres. He couldn't decide if he wanted fuel. Captain Helmet is also in pit. Geeky 30 comes out as well, along with Joe Truck. Joe Truck leads the crew of the pitters. He falls down to 8th. Geeky 39th. Cotsworth 10th. And Captain Helmet 11th. As they come down the hairpin, first corner is, or second even, whatever way you look at it. And Joe Truck has to go for flying outs. He has to make sure he grabs every single second he can. You can see how he's throwing it around again and again and again and again. Now battle of the teammates again. Killer Candy versus Rally Morton. Rally Morton really heavy on his rear tyres. I bet he'd love a FF front wheel drive car. They're also known as FF cars if you're curious. So he can burn up the tyres, and he knows that he needs to stop the side, and he looks like a driver who could prefer understeer Rally Morton behind. Killer Candy just getting away now. There was a tight battle, but I think we've accidentally missed it. Although Rally Morton goes wide, he hits the concrete round the outside. What's happened to Rally Morton? A lot of damage now. You can see where he hit the barrier. He has no control of that BMW. The BMW has control over him. It's not what you want in a car. You want to be the dominant one. Tell the car what to do. Be the head teacher to the car. Prove to it what you want. Now he picks along with his teammate, along Carson, and along with John Boy. And all the other drivers are coming in now, as we have a look at a very important pit stop. Jedi goes, Farin Karzan goes, there's SC61JGW, where these guys all got to fall back. Got Joe Truck V8, Geeky 30 coming up at such a speed. Where will they pop? There's Joe Truck V8. So Joe Truck V8 gets ahead of John Boy. That's the championship there. There's Geeky 30 chasing his teammate now. SC61 JGW looks to be ahead from what I can see. The cars are very too similar. No, that is definitely SC61 ahead of Geeky 30. They side from one way to the other. John Boy will be getting frustrated. He wants to take the slower Pertec boys. Now Joe Truck V8 already making up moves against Fareed Kazan. Something like that. As side by side from the Pertec boys, and Geeky 30 gets ahead. But John Boy still stuck. Joe Truck V8 makes a mistake. He's still fighting with Fareed Kazan. Down this tunnel. John Boy bashing the steering wheel now. He's getting frustrated that he's behind these two. Then again, Geeky was, because he was behind his teammate. He knows how much faster he is. Now you got, can John Boy overtake? Yes, he can. He's got great line speed. Now Fareed Kazan under attack for Geeky 30. Geeky, didn't make it round. He holds up his teammate a bit longer. Now this is a 5-way battle. 5 cars all battling. The SC61 JGW let John Boy ahead, but then he battles his way back through. He's not aware of how hard this championship is had to be fought. So if that didn't make sense to anyone out there. Now, John Boy throwing up dust down to the inside. Now round he goes. Now, how's the Honda's going to get past? It looks like they're faster straight. Right. Geek 30 ahead of the Volvo. Dust is being thrown up there. And that's SC61 JW takes out the team. Takes out Joe Truck V8. He stops on track to let him back past. He realises his mistake. Joe Truck V8 will be furious. You can see how annoyed he is just by the driver's soul. He actually had his hand out the window there. You can tell by his hand gesture. What the heck? What the heck? Now Carson Blue attacking SC61 JPW. What a shame, he was really up in the top few positions. That is, shows how far the Pertec boys are taking this. Now Carson Blue try to take SC61. So is Killer Candy. It's a 3-way battle. Now Geeky 30 falls down to 4th. Or raises, I don't personally know off by hand. But there's Fareed Kazan, then John Boy, then Geeky 30. All battling for second. Geeky 30 falling away a bit now. He doesn't want to ruin his tyres. Although he will by the end, I can tell you. Because he's not that kind to him. Now, whoa! As I say that, smoke being thrown up. That's madness. Geeky 30 not having all the flexibility on the front as SC61 has. He wanted to go for something completely different. And you can tell by the pictures taken after the race that, yeah, there was a little difference. Now Fareed Kazan went wide. He's lost time. He's lost position. 2 positions. Geeky 30 gets the podium for the moment. Fareed Kazan looks to be getting the draft, looking down to the inside, looking down to the outside. He's finding a way past. Can he though? That's the question for on everyone's lips. Now, he looks down to the inside. No, he goes wide. Geeky holding down the inside. Now there's SC61 JGW gone wide. He's lost 1 position, 2 position, 3. He's back down with Cotsworth 986 in the Ford Focus. The Redstone Ford Focus. The eBay BMW. Battles. Smack. Hit. They're really pushing each other. And dust being thrown up. SC61 JGW. A bit annoyed for that. But then you got the guys in front there. Dust being thrown up. Now what's happening? There's Custom Baloo. Rally Morton or Killer Candy. We can't tell because we can't see the wheels. He's got miles ahead now. Cotsworth Find every bit of road to use to get past Carsten Bluve. Can he? Nah. No, Carsten goes wide. Carsten losing no time, throwing up no smoke. They're going to go 3 wide through the tunnel. There's the other eBay BMW. Side by side, they're clumping together. SC61 JGW finds a way through. He's into not a high position, but very good pass there. Cotsworth beating up Carsten. There's Rally Morton breezing past the Volvo. The Volvo, what a mistake he's made. He can't believe his accident. He goes wide now. He's lost all those positions from there. Now Rally Morton really making up positions. He's just overtaken Cotsworth 986. Then he'll be overtaking SC61 JGW. Sorry, I've got to read back on. I find it hard to speak and think. But Cotsworth gets ahead of. Just to recap on lap 9 out of 10, you got Jedi, John Boy, Farin Kazan, Geeky 30, Joe Truck V8, Killer Candy, SC61 JGW, Cotsworth 986, Rally Morton, Carsten Bluve and Captain Helmet in the Opel Vectra. Farin Kazan under attack from Geeky 30. We can now see the speed that Geeky 30's put into the Honda. Now their side, no, he couldn't make it round. Great speed on the straight though. Joe Truck V8 just behind. There's SC61 JGW. He's got a great view of Rally Morton overtaking Cotsworth 986. Now Rally Morton will be overtaking SE, and then he'll have clear, sweet, clear road. Bit like Route 66, ever going. And don't remind me of Pixar cars, by the way, because that's on Route 66. But look at that. Rally Morton down to the inside. Can he? Side by side. Both cars battered to oblivion. And that's it. Rally Morton got clear road. Now he has to make good use of it and try. No! SE61 JGW bashes him. He went round to the inside. Optimistic move. And he gets the position back. SE61 really pushing hard this race. He knows that he's got to wait till next season to shine like this again. So he wants to go off with a bang, as you could say. Rally Morton just behind. He's really looking up. He's really looking everywhere he can to try and find a gap. And he does. He overtakes SC61 JGW on the bridge. Now, can the Honda fight back? Yes, he can. They're side by side as they come through the tunnel. Rally Morton gets ahead. Now we've got Farin Kazan, Joe Truck V8, Geeky 30, Killer Candy. The Pertec boys really getting in the action this race. Now Joe Truck V8 trying to gain as many positions as he can. Farin Kazan next up on his list. Now you can see, can Joe Truck V8 overtake? He goes round to the outside. Very dusty round there. You've seen no drivers make mistakes. Great speed, and he goes down to the inside, but he goes wide, and that's what lets Farin Kazan in the Volvo go past, go flying away. Geeky 30 was looking at the move, but thought, no, I'm not going to interrupt him. But he's going to do it here instead. He's not going to make it though. He's going to show. I think he's just indicating how he wants Joe Truck to go faster. He knows how close the championship is, and you can by going onto your computer and typing in BTCC Online Championship .webnode.com. Now I think that's Killer Candy battling with Geeky 30 now. He's looking down to the inside. Can we have a cam view? And yes, Killer Candy overtakes. Smoke flying from Geeky 30, who puts the power on so early. We haven't looked at this guy much. That's Jedi 69. Then it's John Boy. This is what we've been waiting for. This was the final lap. This is Jedi taking the last win of the championship for Pissheads Racing in the Honda Accord round the final corner. I can believe that everyone out there has got tears in their eyes. Oh dear, so sad. And look at Jedi, he's excited, he's fanatic. He spins round just to say, thank you all, this is my way of saying goodbye. Thank you for a great race. Showing off to the crowds there, crowds are going mental, they're waiting. There's John Boy. Now we've got to wait to see where Joe Truck ends. There's Joe Truck V8, there's Killer Candy, there's Farin Karzan, there's Geeky 30. Now, we wait, Joe Truck, he knows how many points he scored, but is it enough from the previous race to get the championship? They're all crawling, the tense moment for the pissheads and the All-Star. So, we have a look at the standing. The final results of the season. Jedi 69, John Boy 1975 second, and Farin Karzan third. Joe Truck V8 came fourth. Killer Candy 5th. 6th, Geeky 30. 7th, Rally Morton. 8th, SE61 JGW. 9th, Cotsworth 1986 in the Red Zone 4 Focus. Carson Bluth 10th. Captain Helmet 11th. Now, I can tell you that because Farin Karzan finished ahead of Joe Truck V8, John Boy and Joe Truck V8 were tied on points. It was a tie. But John Boy, because of all the wins in the previous rounds, has just won the championship. The Pissheads boys are happy. They're fanatic. They're going mental. You can hear the crowds cheering in the background. That's amazing. Although John Boy is still a bit annoyed to the stewards, saying he should have got a point for pole, but we don't 100% know that because there's a mess up on the grid. But wow, amazing race, amazing season. Thank you all for your passion, for all of your support. Everything came down to this. And we all thank the drivers, everyone involved. Thank you. Now next season will be happening soon. Until then, goodbye and thank you.